Alright, so I'm going to start this episode sending love and light to my brothers and sisters in Ukraine. There's no way we can pretend that we don't know what's going on. We hope that God touches Putin's heart to drop whatever beef, whatever hatred, whatever anger he has for Ukraine, and just find a diplomatic way to solve this. Hi everyone, hey people, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are good. It's just I today Unity, popularly known as Jay. Welcome to the 7th episode of the first season of the Intentional Flow podcast. Plan is to actually stop the first season at the 10th episode. What do you guys think? Stop at the 10th episode or continue till the 15th episode? If you guys don't decide, if I don't see you guys respond, how I'm gonna agree? You guys might want me to even stop at the 8th episode or maybe stop after this episode, so please make sure you comment. But 15 is the full stop. Don't do asheju lolo wo fe. I thought we're going to go all the way to 15, so that would be the last episode for the first season. So you guys should decide. What do you guys think? I'm open to your views and your opinion, and what you say matters at the end of the day. Now our podcast with this, now me just sit down for chair the host. When I get me right. So today we're talking about something very serious. We're talking about depression. First off, let me just put this out there. There's no way I can say everything about depression in this episode, but I just want to just share my thoughts on misconceptions about depression. So I'll just say a few things. Hopefully I get someone who is willing to sit down with me and have conversations about this in another episode. So there probably will be a part 2, but I just want us to have this discussion because I feel like in this part of the world it's something we don't really talk about. The same way we still see having discussions about sex as a taboo is the same way we see discussions like this as a taboo, especially because of the fact that Nigeria is a religious country. God forbid you say you are depressed. I'm saying God forbid because that's the way typical Nigerian would actually say it or think about it. Everybody look at you some sort of way, like you're lazy, like you don't know what you're saying. Like there's this old stigma that comes with you saying you're depressed. It's like you've lost your faith, you don't believe in Jesus, you can't be serious with your life, like it's something you're supposed to just snap out of. Like there's a lot of misconceptions about depression, and we'll be talking about a few of them in this episode just so we can start this conversation, and hopefully you guys continue the conversation in the comment section. Alright, so I'll start this discussion by giving a definition for depression. Now, depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. So basically it's a major depressive disorder. Now there's something I want us to actually take from that definition. Is the fact that depression is an illness. It's a disease, if you would call it that. So just the same way you have typhoid, just the same way you have all those illnesses and sicknesses, that's the same way you have depression. So just the same way you're not expected to just snap out of fever, it's the same way you don't expect someone experiencing depression to just snap out of it. The way you sound inconsiderate and mean when you tell someone who is down with fever to snap out of it is the way you sound mean, clueless when you tell someone going through depression to just snap out of it. Especially we religious people, the way we look at depression, like it means they've lost their faith, they've lost faith in God. First thing I want to point out, and the first fact I would want to establish, is the fact that depression is an illness. The same way you cannot categorically tell your body when to feel sick, when to feel ill, it's the same way you cannot categorically tell your body when to feel depressed. It's actually a mental illness. You know that the same way you need medication to cure fever, to cure all of the illnesses and sicknesses and diseases that you can think of, that's the same way you most likely need medical treatment to cure depression. So yes, the fact that someone says they are depressed doesn't mean they don't have faith in God. Just the same way you need God and you need medicine to cure your normal sicknesses. Not even normal, I'm saying the sicknesses and illnesses that you know of. So that's the same way you need God, and you also need therapy and you need medical treatment to actually cure depression. Alright, so the first misconception I want to debunk is that myth that depression is not real. You're just being lazy. It's something in your head. It is actually real. Experts believe certain brain chemicals go out of line to cause this disease. Same way you have certain things happening in your body to cause certain illnesses and sicknesses that we experience. It's actually something that a lot of people, you will be surprised, a lot of people go through. And it is caused by more than one thing. Sometimes stress, sometimes life happenings, events that happens around you, illnesses, medicines, and the likes can actually cause this imbalance in the brain. There's also that old misconception that people who are depressed are actually very quiet people. No. Even some people that look like they have life figured out, people who are always happy, who are always bubbly. I mean, if you go and check the news and read about people who have actually died as a result of depression, so there are people who you would see and believe, they have things figured out, they have money, they have everything in life. So please, how did they get depressed? What exactly happened? That's what we're talking about. Another misconception people have about depression is that they believe you don't need medical treatment, you should just wait it out, it's going to wear out. No. Just the same way you need medical treatment when you have fever, when you have other sicknesses, illness, and diseases. It's the same way you need medical treatment when you're going through depression, and that medical treatment can come in form of you getting a therapist. This is not me saying you can get over depression by yourself or on your own. You can. But some people actually need to go through treatment, some people actually need to see therapists. If not, it could last for months for them. So the next misconception is the fact that some people believe depression can happen to children. Now, depression can happen to anybody. The child is being bullied in school or is under any form of pressure. They can actually slip into depression when they don't have anyone to talk to about it. And as humans, as adults, even we ourselves, with everything that's happening in life and where life is just giving us bad books, it's very easy to slip into depression. It's even very easy for you to even be going through depression and not necessarily know. That's why when people say everyone, especially in Nigeria, everyone in Nigeria needs therapy, it sounds funny, but it's pretty much the truth. There are a lot of things happening in this country. Let's even start from the government down to the least thing happening in this country. We all know that you wake up and then you're trying to just make it through that day, make it through the next day and the next and the next. Because why? A lot of things are just happening that can actually send you into depression. Now, there's also that misconception that depression only happens to people who have gone through bad experiences, like a bad breakup, divorce, death of a loved one or something. It's true that bad experiences can actually trigger it. So it starts after something bad has happened, but it can also be as a result of other factors like childbirth, drugs, medicines, hormone problems, using drugs, alcohol, and the stress. It can be as a result of other factors. Sometimes it happens for no clear reason. So the next misconception is the fact that some people believe if you can't get over depression, then you're weak. No. Already established, depression is a disease. So you can't force yourself to get over it, just the same way you don't force yourself to get over a heart attack or an asthma attack. You need help, you need God help, you need medical help. Both work together to get you to the point of healing. It's actually a problem with your brain chemistry, not your character. Alright, so another misconception people have about depression is that they believe if you can function, then it means you're not depressed. No, a lot of people still try to go about their daily activities and they are actually battling and going through depression. For some people, getting out of bed might seem like a very big task, while others might find it very, very easy. Just get out of bed and go to work, and both parties are actually battling depression. So it actually happens to people and people react to it differently, just the same way people react to different illnesses differently. Now, some may be very vocal about it and others might not. The last misconception I want to debunk is the misconception that there has to be a reason behind it. Now, sometimes there's a reason behind it, other times you just don't know how it happened. You don't know how you got there. You don't know how you're feeling that way. You don't necessarily detect or determine how your brain operates or how it works or how it functions. So I'm going to wrap today's episode with how to support someone who's going through depression. One, you need to understand first and foremost that it's different for everybody. People experience this differently, people go through it differently. Understand that it looks different for everyone. Then the next and final step is to validate their feelings, listen with compassion, and listen to them in a non-judgmental way, in a non-judgmental manner. Yeah, those are 2 ways you can actually support people going through depression. I'm going to end on this note. If you're going through depression, if you're battling depression, don't be afraid to speak up, don't be afraid to seek help. I know a lot of people around you might not understand it, but let it not stop you from seeking the help that you need. You need to speak to someone, talk to someone about how you feel, someone you can trust, someone you can relate to. Seek therapy if you have to. Get the help that you need. Yes, you need God to help you, because at the end of the day, God can actually cure and heal everything. There's nothing God cannot do. But we need to also understand the fact that God actually gave the medical practitioners everything they are using to treat you, everything they would use, everything you're going to say that would help you get out of it. God is actually behind it. Like, God is the creator of medicine. People actually went through school, took classes, took courses, just to be able to understand how the human brain works and to be able to help you. So while you trust God, there's absolutely nothing wrong with also seeking help. Alright, so that's what we have for you for this episode. Drop other misconceptions you have about depression in the comment section. Reach out to people you know are feeling depressed. Be nice and compassionate to people. That's something I've been saying since the beginning of this podcast, because you don't know what people are going through. Alright, so last week I did not give any shout outs. I'm sorry about that, I forgot. Today's shout out is for my closest friend Eitomi Alawu. We've known each other since school, since uni, so now we've known each other for over 5 to 6 years. So Tommy is actually one of the most determined people I know. She's one person that knows what she wants and goes for it. She's one person that doesn't necessarily follow the norm. Like, she likes to create and carve her own path for herself and go through that. Baby girl, I see you going hard at it. I see you trying to like make a name for yourself in the acting world. She is actually a producer. Yes, if you've not seen Stigma, you should go check it out. It's actually on YouTube, on Eitomi Alawo's YouTube channel. Yes, go watch Stigma. I am proud of you. Like, just keep going at it. I know you're going to get there soon. Remember what we said back in school. I cannot wait to attend shows where you receive awards for like best actress and all of that. You're currently doing your masters. I cannot wait to come and celebrate with you. Hopefully I get the chance to. I cannot wait for all the big and great things I know you're going to achieve. You keep learning, you keep trying to improve yourself, you keep trying to do better, and it just makes me a very, very proud friend. I'm proud of you. I'm rooting for you. And yeah, to greatness, baby girl. I don't have cup to cheers. I want to cheers to greatness, because yes, it's greatness all the way right here and always. So yeah, shout out to you, baby girl. You know I love you. Alright, so that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to continue the conversation in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next episode. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay joyful. I wish you guys all the best. And don't forget to answer the question: are we stopping at episode 10 or we are going all the way to 15? Let me know in the comment section.